Welcome to the Old Time Radio Westerns. I'm your host, Andrew Rhynes, and I'm excited to bring you another episode absolutely free. This is one of over 80 episodes released monthly for your enjoyment. Now, let's get into this episode.
Nabisco, Nabisco is the name to know. For a breakfast you can't beat. Try Nabisco shredded wheat. Keen eyes fixed on a flying target. A gleaming arrow set against a rawhide string. A strong bow bent almost to the breaking point, and then... Great arrow! Nabisco Shredded Wheat presents Straight Arrow, a new, thrilling adventure story from the exciting days of the Old West. To friends and neighbors alike, Steve Adams appeared to be nothing more than the young owner of the Broken Bow cattle spread. But when danger threatened innocent people, and when evildoers plotted against justice, then Steve Adams' rancher disappeared. And in his place came a mysterious, stalwart Indian, wearing the dress and war paint of a Comanche, riding the great golden Palomino Fury, galloping out of the darkness to take up the cause of law and order throughout the West, comes the legendary figure of Great Arrow. Young Brad Daly had been working for the new Missouri Western Railroad for less than a month. He had been hired on at Council Bluffs along with several hundred other roustabouts, then jounced on a flat car across half the country until the work train reached the railroad camp called Endotrack. He wrestled with railroad ties and heavy iron rails until his hands were flaming raw and his back felt as though it were broken. And then, through no fault of his own, Brad Daly was disgraced. A supply train was standing at the head of a steep grade near the end of the rails. Daly's foreman, a hulking bear of a man named Brewer, ordered him to help cut the last car loose.
Oh, come on. Come on, blast you, Daly. Get that pin loose. The supply train's got to head back. They can't move till we cut out this car.
Yeah, the pin won't come loose, Brewer. Yeah. Are you sure the brake is set?
Of course it is.
Well, it don't feel that way. The car's on a downgrade. Pulling against the coupling.
Daly, stop loafing and get that coupling loose. If you're too puny weak to do it with your hands, bang it loose. Here. Yeah, here's the maul.
Yeah, but this car...
I know. It might go crashing off the end of the track and be wrecked. Only the brake's on, savvy. Now, go on, hit that pin.
All right. There, it was so tight.
Now, stop your blabbing and come on. There's more to do around here than just talk.
I'm coming, Brewer. Brewer!
Yeah, what's he?
Brewer, the car! It's rolling loose! The brakes wasn't set! It's gonna crash!
Say, Straight Arrow fans, what's the March wind doing to your appetites? Blowing you home from school just a little hungrier than usual, I'll bet. So be sure to remember Nabisco shredded wheat for snacks. Yep, your favorite breakfast food really fills the bill for after-school refreshments, too. And here's the time you can really splurge on the trimmings. Nabisco shredded wheat with maple syrup makes a really fine treat. Or Nabisco shredded wheat topped with mixed fruit. You get plenty of special energy and nourishment from delicious Nabisco shredded wheat, the original Niagara Falls product. Better get a package tomorrow. And be sure to listen after tonight's story to hear how you can get a bright Indian headband just like Straight Arrow's without sending any money. At Endotrack, the railroad men cluster around the wrecked freight car.
The whole car's smashed to smithereens. Oh, somebody will lose his job for this. Brewer, as work superintendent for this section of the Missouri Western, I demand an explanation.
It wasn't me, Mr. Denning.
I ain't saying it was. I'm asking.
It was this tenderfoot Daly.
Me? Look here, Brewer.
Yeah, you. You uncoupled that car, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, but you...
But nothing. You didn't even have sense enough to see that the brakes were set.
Is that so, Daly?
It ain't, Mr. Denning. Brewer was with me. He said he set the brakes.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie.
That's enough, both of you. Daly, Drew's your foreman and an experienced railroad man. He wouldn't forget to set brakes on a downgrade.
He's lying. It was him, not me.
Daly, you're fired.
Why, you...
Daly, trying to blame somebody else is the mark of a coward.
Mr. Denning, I tell you...
I'm sorry, there's no need to tell anything. Brewer's your foreman, and if he says it's your fault, it's your fault. Take care of this in your own way, Brewer.
Brewer, you lying skunk, you. Putting the blame on me.
There, that'll learn you to talk back. Now draw your pay and get off of this property. And don't ever come back, savvy?
Young Brad Daly, his cheek aching from the slash of the foreman's fist and his heart aching with the knowledge that he had been unjustly accused, left the railroad camp, blundered blindly out across the prairie.
I'll show Brewer. And the rest of them, they'll all take me for a coward. Someday I'll show them. Now I gotta get away. That's all. I just gotta get away.
But to someone unfamiliar with them, the wide plains can be unfriendly. Soon Brad was lost. His feet and eyes grew heavy. He began to stagger, and then came parching thirst.
Water. I gotta find water. Must be some around somewheres. Get up. Gotta get up. Water. I gotta find... What's that? I'm seeing things. Mirage, that's what. Yeah, a mirage. Right there in front of me. A red man. A painted red man. Oh, but it can't be. It's just a mirage. Water. Water, I gotta...
Whoa, Fury.
Oh, if I catch you straight here, you're right. There was someone standing here.
Steady, Fury.
Hey, he looks kind of young.
Yes, Packy. No horse, no water, not even a gun.
Well, then what in blazes is he doing out here?
He will be all right as soon as he is some water. Here, take him across your saddle.
He knows straight.
There. Take him back to the Broken Bow, Packy. I will join you later.
You want to talk to him?
Yes, I shall talk to him, but not as Straight Arrow. When he opens his eyes and sees me, I shall be Steve Adams. Well, now I'm beginning to get this, Daly. So the foreman Brewer put the blame on you for his own carelessness, huh?
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Adams. Yeah, it's mighty nice of you to take me in this way. Packy here hadn't found...
Why, shucks, son, don't thank me. Wasn't me spotted you. It was, that here's,
Funny thing. Just before I passed out, I seen a mirage.
A mirage?
I thought I seen an Indian. Comanche riding a great Palomino horse. Dressed all in war paint and wearing a headband. A red feather headband. It was very strange.
Well, now, that ain't so strange. There is
Packy,
such... Huh?
Brad here's tired. He needs sleep. Don't you, Brad?
Guess I do, Mr. Adams.
And don't you fret about that railroad business. If Brewer wrecked that freight car...
He did. He did, and he blamed me. Only I can never prove it. He forgot those brakes.
Maybe he didn't forget.
Huh? You mean he done it on purpose? But why?
Brad, you get yourself some sleep, savvy? Rest up. You'll need it.
Good night, Brad.
Night. Night, Mr. Adams.
Night. Packy, saddle up. We're riding out.
What's that, Steve? Riding what?
To the railroad camp, Packy. End of track. I'm curious to have a look at this Brewer gent.
Endotrack was a roaring, wide-open town. Crowds of laborers filled the streets and poured in and out of the many cafes. Steve and Packy hitched their ponies outside the biggest cafe and went in. They soon spotted Brewer from Brad Daly's description.
I reckon that's him yonder, Steve, down the fur end.
Brad said he looked like a grizzly. That's Brewer right enough.
Who's that hombre he's talking to? That don't look like no railroad man.
No, black Stetson and 2 guns strapped low.
Appears like a mean custer to me.
Brewer! Brewer!
Hey, somebody's calling him.
Yeah, right over here, Mr. Denning.
Denning? Steve, that's the railroad superintendent.
Packy, did you notice? That man who was with Brewer, he slipped out pronto as soon as Denning called.
Yeah, wonder why.
We'll find out later, partner. Right now, I'm curious to hear what Denning's got to say. Let's mosey up a little closer. Evening, Mr. Denning. Something on your mind?
Yes, Brewer. There's been too many accidents lately.
Getting complaints from back east, eh?
We're way behind schedule, Brewer. Way behind schedule. If we don't speed up, we'll lose our contract. The Missouri Western will go broke.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Frankly, I'm worried. Now, take this trestle over Bear Claw Canyon. If it isn't finished by next week...
It will be.
Well, can I count on that?
I give you my word, Mr. Denning. That trestle will be up easy by next week.
Well, I hope so. It's got to be. Well, that's all I wanted to talk about, Brewer. Just keep the men busy, understand?
Sure.
You know, sometimes I wonder if,
If what?
if these accidents might be deliberate.
You mean somebody out to stop the railroad?
Yes.
Oh, no. Who'd do that?
Well, I don't know. And I'm probably mistaken. I hope so. Well, that's all, Brewer. Good night.
All right, Mr. Denning. Sure got the wool pulled over his eyes. Asking me about them accidents. Me. Trestle over Bear Claw Canyon, huh? Reckon I better have a little confab with Trigger about that right now.
Oh, sorry, mister. I didn't notice.
Well, next time, make certain you do. Now stand to one side. I'm in a rush.
Did you hear that, Packy?
Chino Steve, a gent named Trigger. You reckon that's the hombre with the black Stetson? The one who skipped out?
There goes Brewer out the back way, partner. Get to the ponies quick. We gotta trail him.
By the light of the moon, Steve and Packy were able to keep the railroad foreman in sight. He cut away from the track, out across the prairie. They followed until they saw him trot down into a small hollow, thick with sagebrush and manzanita. A fire flickered in the hollow, and beside it, the firelight glinting off his guns, was the man in the black Stetson.
Whoa, there, boy. Whoa up there.
Yeah, figured it was you, Brewer. But I told you not to trail out here, didn't I?
No, don't get riled, Trigger. I had to come.
Here?
Yeah, just had a confab with Denning.
What's that? Brewer, I'm paying you plenty for this job. If anything goes
I
wrong...
tell you, it ain't going wrong.
Well, it had better not. We keep these accidents a-going, and the Missouri Western loses its franchise, savvy? Then my outfit back in Council Bluffs takes over.
Then we better play this close to the vest. Denning's getting worried. That makes it tough to fake any more accidents.
I see.
But I got a scheme, Trigger. Now, instead of a lot of little things going wrong, supposing something big happens.
Big? Like what?
Well,
Brewer.
like... Huh?
Go on talking.
What are you...
Go on talking, I said. But don't say nothing important, savvy. Go on.
Like I said, me and Denning chewed the fat a while over at End of Track.
Is your rifle loaded, Brewer?
Yeah, what's up?
There's somebody spying on us. Up on the rise. We can just make him out again the sky.
Who is it?
I don't know. But I'm going to blast him to kingdom come. Go on, talk.
Yeah. Denning says the railroad construction is going ahead too slow. Something's got to be done to speed it up. Are they still there, Trigger?
I got the rifle aimed right over the back of your horse.
Had an accident the other day, Trigger. A young punk named Daly busted up a whole freight car. And ain't you going to shoot?
Yeah, Brewer. Right now.
Two quick shots into the darkness from Trigger's blazing gun. Did those swift bullets reach their mark? And what's happened to our friends, Straight Arrow and Packy? I wish I knew the answers, don't you? But here's an answer I do know. The answer to more healthful, appetizing breakfasts for all you Straight Arrow fans. You'll find it right in that original Niagara Falls package of good Nabisco shredded wheat. It's all fine, natural nourishment because Nabisco shredded wheat is made from important whole grains. And that golden whole wheat is steamed, shredded, and baked so carefully that it loses none of its original goodness. You'll be all for boosting your good health score with a big bowl full of energy-giving Nabisco shredded wheat every morning. There'll be variety aplenty because Nabisco shredded wheat is so good so many different ways. Remind Mother to put the original Niagara Falls healthful Nabisco shredded wheat on her grocery list for tomorrow. And better put your order in for your Straight Arrow headband. Listen for mailing instructions right after today's story. When young Brad Daly is blamed for wrecking a freight car and wanders off into the desert, he is rescued by Straight Arrow and Packy and taken to the Broken Bow Ranch. Certain that Brad has been unjustly accused, Straight Arrow goes out as Steve Adams. He and Packy trail Brad's foreman, a man named Brewer, to a rendezvous where he meets a man named Trigger. But Trigger has spotted them in the darkness and reaches for his rifle. Steve catches the glint of moonlight on a rifle barrel.
Packy, watch out.
I sure thought my number was up. That bullet come close enough to singe my whiskers. If you hadn't spotted him in time...
Packy, those two are scheming something.
They sure enough are.
Last thing I recollect Brewer saying was, instead of a lot of little things going wrong, suppose something big happened.
Something big? What was he driving at, Steve?
I don't know, but we'll keep after him, Savvy. Keep after him night and day.
You're the boss.
And young Brad Daly can help us. Back to the Broken Bow, Packy. I'll join you at dawn.
You'll join... Steve, you ain't riding with me?
No. I'm heading for...
For Sundown Valley and Hidden Cave.
Yes, partner. The cave of Straight Arrow. Hit up there, pony. Hit it.
A mysterious valley, a hidden cave known only to Steve Adams and Packy. Its walls glitter with gold, and in the cave stands the great golden Palomino Fury.
Easy there, Fury. Now... out of these clothes.
A Comanche bow and arrows hang on the wall. There is Comanche war paint, Comanche garb. In a moment, Steve Adams' rancher is gone, and in his place...
Steady, Fury. It is I, Straight Arrow.
A clatter of hoofs in the vast vaulted cave. An Indian war hoop that rings from the glittering rock. Out into the open gallops the great golden Palomino Fury, and riding bareback, clad in Indian garb from head to toe, Straight Arrow on the trail of justice.
Up, great stallion! Kaniwa Fury!
Daly. Brad Daly. Wake up.
He's rousing up, Straight Arrow.
Brad.
Yep. Somebody called me? Oh, morning, Packy. The Red Man. Packy, it's a mirage.
No, my friend. No mirage.
But you're the same, just exact. Comanche outfit, war paint, and that red feather headband.
Now, this here's Straight Arrow, Brad.
Straight Arrow. Gosh, I've heard of him.
Brad, the railroad is in danger.
The railroad?
You was right about that Brewer varmint, Brad. He's a polecat for certain.
Listen to me, Brad. Brewer deliberately wrecked that freight car. He and the man named Trigger are doing all they can to slow down work, to make the Missouri Western lose its franchise.
So that's it. That's why the skunk put the blame on me.
Yes, and now they are planning something bigger, something much bigger.
What?
We do not yet know, Brad. And there is but one way to find out.
Somebody's got to keep tab on him, huh?
Packy and I shall be on the trail of the one called Trigger. But as for Brewer, that shall be your job.
My job? I don't savvy, Red Man.
Someone must be close by. Right in with the railroad men.
You mean I...
If you apologize to Brewer, he will take you on once more. I am certain.
Straight Arrow's right, Brad. Brewer will figure you handy to have around for an alibi in case there's another accident. And we know he's planning one.
Go to him and apologize.
Apologize? I can't, not after...
Brad, you must.
Red Man, I just can't crawl back. Everybody will laugh at me. They got me branded for a coward because I didn't face up to Brewer last time.
Brad, look here. Do you see this?
Yeah, it's your headband.
Yes, the red feather headband of the Comanche. Only those who are brave may wear it.
The red feather headband. You mean someday if I do like you say, I might earn one of them?
You must go back, Brad.
All right. All right, Straight Arrow. I'll do it.
Things happened just as Straight Arrow had anticipated. At first, when Brad Daly showed up at Endotrack and asked Brewer for his job, the foreman laughed in his face.
You back again where you know.
Brewer!
Little...
I apologize. I need the job.
I don't care if you... Wait a minute. Maybe I can use your thing. Yeah. Reckon I can make use of you.
It's about time you showed, Brewer.
Yeah, I've been busy, Trigger. Everything's going slick as a whistle.
Trestley's all finished.
Yeah, spanning clear across Bear Claw Canyon. And tomorrow a work train comes along, Trigger. A work train loaded with dynamite.
Dynamite, huh? It's going to cross the trestle tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Brewer, this is made to order. All we got to do is...
Yeah. Just plant a couple of sticks of blasting powder on the trestle. Light the fuse, and when the dynamite train comes along...
The powder goes off and kicks the dynamite train sky high. That'll put the kibosh on the Missouri Western once and for all.
Yeah. You got the blasting powder handy, Trigger?
Here, I got it right over. Brewer, somebody's spying on us again. This time we'll get him for certain.
Where? I don't savvy.
Never
this.
mind. Just spur up your horse and follow me.
Come on now. Come on.
There he is.
Yeah, busted out of the sage. He's got a paint horse over there, too.
He'll never get to it.
Come on, you better get
Stop, mister, stop. We got you cold. Now keep your hands high.
Whoa up.
Keno, I reckon you got me. Seeing as I'm on foot and my paint horse is too far off.
Spying, huh?
Well, I figured I was well hid.
You was, mister. Except for one thing. I seen the gophers staring right at your hiding place. They's plumb curious critters, gophers.
You'll never get away with it, mister. You can't blow up that trestle.
Shut up. Nobody knows but you, Savvy. And you ain't going to get a chance to talk. Brewer, sling a rope around him.
All right.
We'll tie him up here and get busy fixing up that blasting powder.
That night, Packy was to meet Straight Arrow and Brad not far from Endotrack. The Red Man and young Daly were on time, but Packy did not appear.
He's kind of late, ain't he?
Very late, Brad.
Brewer went off somewheres this afternoon. You calculate he went to meet this Trigger gent?
Packy was to watch Trigger today.
Maybe they caught him, Straight Arrow.
It appears they have, my friend.
Gosh, what are we going to do?
You go back to the railroad, Brad. I shall find Packy.
Well, can I help? There won't be any railroad work tomorrow, Red Man.
What is that?
The Bear Claw Canyon trestle's all finished. More track's been laid further west, but we're out of dynamite. We can't do any more till some gets through from the east. There's a work train full of it due in tomorrow.
A work train with dynamite?
Yeah. Something puzzling you, Straight Arrow?
Yes, Brad. A great deal.
You figure them varmints are up to something?
It is better not to guess. Go back to the railroad. Keep your eyes on Brewer. Fury and I shall go after Packy.
But how can you? It's dark. There's no trail.
We shall find him. Manitou, up, Fury!
Adios, Red Man! Come on, Pony. Back to the railroad. I sure hope nothing goes wrong.
All night long, Straight Arrow and Fury searched for Packy, but not until dawn did the Red Man cut the trail of 2 horses.
2 horses, Fury, heading toward the railroad only a few hours ago. Trigger and Brewer. No, Palomino. Let them go. We search for Packy. Back along their trail. Up, Fury!
Soon, the Red Man located the campfire where the 2 bad men had talked, and a short while later...
Ho, Fury, ho! Packy! Steady, Fury. Easy, my friend. These ropes are tight. There. Now, for that gag.
There. Straight Arrow, the trestle.
What's that?
Them 2 sidewinders, I heard them just before they grabbed me. They're planning to blow up the trestle. And they're fixing to do it just as a work train's coming over. A work train loaded with dynamite.
A work train loaded with... Packy, where is your horse? Where is Paint?
I don't know. He's grazing somewhere around. I'll have
There
to...
may not be time. When is the work train due?
I don't know. But from the way they was talking, I reckon sometime this morning.
Then I go alone. Fury, great stallion. Up faster than ever before. Up, Palomino!
Good luck, Streeter!
There. That's the last stick of dynamite, Trigger. Fuse is all set.
Yeah, Brewer. We'll set 'em ablaze as soon as we hear the work train,
All
huh?
right. Ought to be along any time. Hey, Trigger. That's it. The train whistle. All right, come on, light them fuses.
Sure. They're sputtering.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Now, come on. Let's get off this trestle before they blow
I
right
see
up.
you always skunks.
Huh?
Hey, it's Daly. He spotted us.
You can't get away with that. I'm coming after you.
Hey, he's shooting at us out.
No, Brewer, don't be loco. Let him come. You get here just the time this blasting powder goes off. Run. We can make it to the other end before the train shows up.
Hey, what's that?
A red man. He brung his horse right out on the railroad ties.
Oh, do not reach for your guns, either one of you. Put out those fuses.
You can't make us.
At once, or my next arrow finds you as the target.
Yeah. Anything you say, Red Man, anything.
Well, go on. Get busy, then.
There, that is better.
Straight arrow. Straight arrow. I seen him. Blasting
Do not
powder.
worry, Brad. Fury and I arrived in time. There shall be no explosion.
What are we standing here for, you loco? The train is coming. It'll bust us wide
The
open.
train is not coming.
What's that?
It halted beyond the bend.
Red man. You stopped it first?
Yes. Now come. These two must be handed over to the law. And as for you, I give you this.
The red feather headband.
Yes, Brad. The red feather headband. The badge of courage.
Badge of courage. But I didn't do nothing. It was you who nabbed these sidewinders.
Perhaps so. But you are not a coward, my friend. You ran out on the trestle.
But gosh, I had to.
Even though you might have been too late, the blasting powder might have gone off and ended your life.
I had to try anyways, Red Man.
Yes, you had to try. You risked your life, Brad, and that is courage. Take the red feather headband and wear it proudly. Straight Arrow salutes you.
Look sharp there, Straight Arrow fans. If you haven't already written for your handsome Straight Arrow headband, better get writing now. Yes, just 2 more weeks on that exciting free offer of a fine red-feathered Indian headband, the same badge of courage that Straight Arrow bestowed upon Brad Daly in today's story. Just send your name and address and a Nabisco shredded wheat box top to Nabisco shredded wheat, Department A. That's A as in Abel. Box 26, New York 8, New York. In just a few days, you'll receive your brightly feathered Straight Arrow headband. Remember, only one Nabisco shredded wheat box top, but no money needed for this exciting souvenir of Straight Arrow. Here's that address again. Nabisco shredded wheat, Department A, as in Abel, Box 26, New York 8, New York. Write for your official Straight Arrow headband today, and every day eat good, wholesome Nabisco shredded wheat in the original Niagara Falls package.
Master Palomino! Kaniwa! Fury!
Ride with Straight Arrow for thrilling adventures of the Old West, brought to you by the makers of Nabisco shredded wheat. Hit the trail with Straight Arrow. Listen again Monday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time over most of these same stations for another adventure with Straight Arrow. This program came from Hollywood. Tomorrow at this same time, you'll hear the adventures of Superman, Stay tuned now for Captain Midnight, which follows over most of these stations in just a moment. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
This has been a presentation of OTRWesterns.com, and we hope you enjoyed. Please take some time to like and rate this episode within your favorite podcast application. Follow us on Facebook by going to OTRWesterns.com/Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel by going to OTRWesterns.com/YouTube. Become one of our ranch hands and unlock some exclusive content. We want to thank the following ranch hand, Steve, who joined us recently. You too can join by going to OTRWesterns.com/donate. Send us an email, podcast@OTRWesterns.com, and you can call and leave us a voicemail, 707-986-8739. This episode is copyright under the attribution, non-commercial, share-alike copyright. For more information, go to OTRWesterns.com/copyright. Have a great day, and thanks for listening.